Why do good people suffer? It's one of the oldest questions in human history. Maybe you've asked it yourself. Why did I lose my job? Why did my loved one get sick? Why did God allow this to happen? If God is loving, why is there so much pain? Today, we'll discover the answer through one of the most remarkable stories in the Bible, the story of Job. Before tragedy entered his life, Job was a man everyone admired. The Bible describes him as blameless and upright. He honored God. He cared for his family. He was wealthy, respected, blessed. If anyone seemed protected from suffering, it was Job. Then, everything changed. In a single day, Job lost his livestock, his servants, his wealth, and the most heartbreaking loss of all, his children. Imagine receiving one devastating phone call after another. Before you have time to process the first tragedy, another one arrives, as if that weren't enough. Job's health began to fail. Pain covered his body. He sat among ashes, scraping his sores with broken pottery. The man who once had everything now had almost nothing. Then his friends came. At first, they sat quietly with him, but soon, they began accusing him. You must have done something wrong. God must be punishing you. Isn't it amazing how people often assume they know why others are suffering? But the book of Job teaches us something important. Not every hardship is the result of personal sin. Job asked the question many of us have whispered through tears. Why? Why would God allow this? Why me? Have you ever asked those same questions? If you have, you're not alone. Finally, God answered. But not in the way Job expected. God didn't explain every detail. Instead, he reminded Job of his greatness. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? God's message wasn't, here's every answer. It was, you can trust me, even when you don't understand. In time, God restored Job. He blessed him again. Not because Job earned it, but because God's purposes are always greater than what we can see. Job's greatest blessing wasn't his restored wealth. It was knowing God more deeply than ever before. So, why do good people suffer? The Bible doesn't say it's because God has abandoned them. Sometimes, suffering shapes our character. Sometimes, it draws us closer to God. Sometimes, we simply don't know the reason. But we do know this. God never wastes our pain. If you're suffering today, don't lose hope. The God who walked with Job walks with you too. Maybe today, you still don't have all the answers. Neither did Job. But he discovered something even greater. The God who holds the universe also holds your life. Trust him, even in the waiting, even in the pain, even when you don't understand.